Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. It's time for something that we don't do too often on this channel, but a new series of rival reviews is starting. Manchester City 3, Liverpool 2 is where I give my unbiased but also a little bit comedic, hopefully, style of review on a game like this. And thankfully, the first game that we got done in that watch along in this Carabao Cup fixture was very entertaining. 5 goals, should have been maybe 6 or 7, loads of chance missed. But Manchester City, despite what the scoreline suggests, were far better than Liverpool on the day. Created basically double the chances, missed a catalogue of chances. And we're going to go through the individuals that will play the part in that. Some great performances, some dodgy performances as well. I got to start off with Nathan Ake. Ake and Saltfish. What was Tuchel cooking? This man wanted to bring him to the club last summer, reportedly for 40 million. We all turned our noses up at it. Don't want a backup City player. He had a great World Cup for the Netherlands. And he's performed really well there. The Ake and Saltfish is cooking, ladies and gentlemen. He was good. He was very good in this game. He gets his goal. He could have actually had 2. He missed the first header. Great cross from Kevin De Bruyne, who clearly saw what Thabz is battling away. And then P90 stats, my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? On the Big 6 Extra and on the Battle North. I ended up accidentally blocking him on the watch along. You know what I'm saying? De Bruyne was like, hold that. Today he riz and he rised and he responded. And he was cooking as well. Do you know what I'm saying? He was the best player on the pitch today, Kevin De Bruyne. Ake was very good, but Kevin De Bruyne was just that cut above. His delivery was exceptional. He got 2 assists. He could have easily had 3 or 4. You know, he was lining it up, chefing it up in the kitchen, slicing and dicing, turning the heat. He was on a slow cooker. He marinated that chicken. Fuck it. He cleaned that chicken. He limed and lemoned that chicken. Then he marinated and spiced and diced that chicken with that salt and pepper. And then he put on that paprika. And then he put on everything. And then, after that, he put the jerk seasoning on. And then after that, then he cooked it on a slow cooker for 6 hours. And when that chicken, it was just every single pass was just bang, bang, bang. Right foot, round the corner, left foot for the assist for the cross, left-hand side. Didn't matter what side it was. He picked and just possessed, decompressed that Liverpool backline. He went to double up with Palmer, who cooked the living daylights out of James Milner. I mean, he may have had his Gary Neville moment out there against West Brom, or that Ivanovic moment versus Swansea. James Milner, no matter what the speed trap tells you, the speed test, the marathon runs, it's all beautiful. But my brother, you were sitting duck out there. You were a fish out of water. He was suffocating. Palmer in the first half was like Leroy Sané. He was beautiful. Down the left-hand side, really holding the width, creating space inside for Gundogan, for Kevin De Bruyne. He was doing so well. So well that Kevin De Bruyne wanted to get involved and started doubling up. And then they took off Milner and they realised Klopp, fair play on his substitutions early on. He got Milner off. He got Phillips on, put Joe Gomez out there. That stopped the bleeding. Do you know what I'm saying? That was kind of like surgery right there. Wrapped him up in a cotton bud like the NHS and sent him home. And then, of course, as well, when it comes down to, you know, the kid in the middle, I couldn't even pronounce his name, Spanish 18-year-old midfielder for Liverpool that Klopp wanted to throw out there to the Wolves. This brother listen, he didn't have that dog in him. He was not no wolf. He was some puppy, fam. He was struggling out there. No ruff, only meow meow. Like really, really, very, very, tepid. He had 14 touches, you know, in the first half, and Thiago had something like 29, double. You know, he just couldn't get. He didn't really want it. You could see he was struggling. He got him off for Fabinho. They looked a bit better. But like I said, the amount of chances that were missed. Gundogan smashing it wide with the cutback from De Bruyne. Palmer, as well as he played in that first half, the chance he missed as well on the right foot. Why? Why would you take it with your left? It was on your right. Like, it was genuinely on his right foot with the cutback, and he just tried to like force himself to kick it with his left. And I'm like, bro, like you're doing too much. Like, you don't have the facilities for this. Like, you're literally trying to find flexibility in places that there just aren't in the human body. Like, you can't twist around any more than you're trying to. Just shoot with your right. Didn't feel confident. Haaland obviously gets his customary goal. He's back. He's been incubating. Like I said, this man has been, you know, put in a block of ice and protected, well nourished and just left alone for the whole World Cup, month and a half, whatever it was. And then he's back out. The robot is back. It was a great finish from him to add to the goals as well. But this brother's, like I said, he's like a lizard. You know, he's just been incubating. He's just been in the heat, in the tank, just simmering, just waiting. We haven't heard from him. We don't know what he's been doing. I don't even know if he's even been alive, to be honest. It's been mad, and he scores. But yeah, Liverpool, for me, yeah, they really didn't take their chances. I mean, they couldn't get any control in midfield. You know, we saw Manchester City were always going to dominate in that midfield with De Bruyne, with Gundogan, with Rodri. They did that. They started to get their foot on the ball a little bit more as the game went on. The counters were there. They could have had more counters if the decision making had been better. But Nunez, Darwin Nunez. Listen, I know some people call him noodles. Some people might start calling him noodle pot. Some people might start saying that you should put the noodles in the microwave because it's cold. The noodles today were cold. It was cold noodles, you know. He didn't have the finishing boots on. This brother had so many chances. Nathan Ake had more shots on target today than Liverpool, and that was because of Nunez. Nunez, as Fuizzi says, Nunez missed a whole heap of chances, and you could say that he's rough around the edges. Maybe he's a little bit rusty. I know his stats, his ratio for Premier League goals to minutes is really strong. But he is so lucky, and I was saying it on the watch along, he is so lucky he joined Liverpool. Because if Darwin Nunez, with that finishing today, if he had joined, you know, Tottenham or Chelsea or a team that don't create as much as Liverpool, he would have starved. In fact, the whole table would have been starving. Do you know what I'm saying? That turkey would have been empty inside. There would have been nothing in there. It would have been hollow. This brother, I'm telling you, he's got to be more clinical than that. He missed so many chances. He dragged all of his shots. He kind of get caught in between two minds. He got an assist. Really good composure. He knew not to shoot that time. He set up Salah. Fair play for the second half. Got off to a ruckus. Do you know what I'm saying? Goals just flying in. But your chances today for your team, in the end, you're the reason why they went out. Partly because you didn't take your chances. You didn't put the ball in the back of the net. So yeah, disappointing from him. But like I said, Palmer in the first half. Second half, he kind of started to fall away a bit. I don't think his choices and his decision making was as good as it was in his first. Mahrez, again, people were saying, oh, in the comments, what's going on with Mahrez? Brother, he sat Robertson down for that goal. Like, that touch sent him. He just could not read it at all. He didn't know clearly that he was cutting in on his left-hand side, even though he always does that. It happened a few times in that second half, but Mahrez absolutely sent him for a hot dog. Sent him for a hot dog, sent him for a bun, sent him for the butter, sent him for everything. Whatever you want to put in that sentence, he sent him there. And he really, really struggled. But it was a great game for the neutral. It was a great game for myself, you know, for the first rival review that I'm doing. Great to cover. Really, really enjoyed it. We saw some good quality football. It was a little bit rusty in the first half at times. You could see some players maybe didn't feature at the World Cup were a little bit rusty. Some overhit passes, some underhit passes. Liverpool in possession at times were a little bit careless with it and a little bit cheap with it. Some undercooked passes from Gundogan. But I'm just going to put that down to rustiness. I think Kelleher in goal. Obviously, we played him in the Carabao Cup final when that penalty shootout, 22 penalties was taken or some nonsense, right? Kepa blasted over the bar. Kelleher was really good with the ball at his feet. He looked really, really comfortable. So that was something that I took note of. Matip, you know, Phillips did well when he came in as well. I thought he was all right. And Lewis at right back, there was some big moments from him at right back for City today where he had to make big challenges up against Salah. I think he played the full 90. You know, fair play to him. He did a job. Then the substitutions roll on. Your Grealishes, your Fodens, you know, your Hendersons come on, your Fabinhos. Loads of quality coming off the bench. But Manchester City put down a marker. Erling Haaland back with a bang, puts down a marker. Really good finish. Kevin De Bruyne responds to the critics, responds to the poor performances for Belgium with a man and a match performance. And like I said, what was Tuchel cooking? Because the Ake and saltfish, it smells good. It smelled good today. Nathan Ake was good. It was good. You know, he was cooking something for 40 million, especially with Koulibaly starting off a bit shaky. He was cooking something. Maybe we couldn't see what he was cooking. We didn't like what he was cooking. We didn't look at the ingredients when he was cooking. But something he was cooking because, I don't know, it looked good. Challenge somebody in the comments down below to count how many times I said cooking in this video. But yeah, brilliant game. End to end, you know, transitions, entertainment, goals galore, can't ask for much more. And then we go back down to earth with the mighty Chelsea in the next review. So yeah, God help our souls. Pray for our sins. I'll see you guys next time. Big up your damn selves. Make sure you smash up the like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in a bit. I don't know why I'm American now. In a bit, people. Peace.